which we're on the latest beta build of the one that came out yesterday, and we're back on the Xbox Series X version of the sim as well, just to fly around in the DC-3 a little bit. So, hope everybody's having a fantastic Tuesday and all that good stuff. So, we'll just kind of pick somewhere to fly around a bit. We might go to Alaska. We haven't done much up there. Start down here, head up to Anchorage maybe. I think that'd be kind of cool. Get some nice sights in there. I think a DC-3 can take off from here. We'll see. Might be close, but we'll try it out. We'll try it out just a tad. But yeah, I thought we would head back to the Xbox Series X version since it's been a little bit since we last dove into the Xbox version of it, of course. But I mean, the last time we streamed was The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Oh boy, I don't know if we might not be able to take off from here. We'll see. It's pretty close around here. I think this is kind of one of the first areas we kind of went to when the sim first came out. What a plane. Love this thing. And can't beat the view either. I mean, look at this place. Oh, we should be able to make it work. It'll just be kind of a pain kind of navigating this thing out of here, but... Well, crap. I should probably plug in the keyboard, because I need the pushback. Well, no. Can we... Can I get a pushback here? I mean, there's not going to be any ATC. No, here, let's just see what happens. Let's get this thing. I do. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. I need to get like a USB hub for the Xbox, because the way I have all this set up is not ideal. Oh crap, hang on. Do I have to restart the sim for the keyboard to register, or can I just do it from inside? I don't even know. Okay, good, it's here now. We're good. No worries, everybody, everything's fine. Oh, man. And yep, we'll just have that pushback going by just a little bit more here. I love the fishing boat off the right over here too, that looks great. So I think what we're going to do is once we can turn this thing around, we're going to head to the other end of the runway and take off behind us. Because I don't really want to take off into a mountain, if I'm being honest. Mouse set up here while we're still pushing back. There we go. Alright, get a little bit closer to this tree and then we'll turn around. I know, I picked a fantastic airport. Alright. So let's... This should be fine. Parking brake going on. It's always weird, every time you plug something in, you have to plug it in twice for it to register. At least that's kind of what I'm hoping for, because... Oh, I don't have my mouse still, which is a bit of a shame. It's lit up and everything. Alright, I'll just deal with it for now. We'll make do. Alright, so, just realized I'm full power as well. That's what I get for not having any of my audio on. This is going to be a fantastic flight once we get in the air, folks. There we go. So let's head to the other side of this runway, and then we'll take off that. At least we can bank left, and then hopefully get everything good to go. Well, alright. Do I need the keyboard anymore? Probably not. Just gonna unplug that. But yeah, in case you're wondering why I don't have enough USB ports, it's because I use a wired Xbox controller, so... And then, of course, the Thrustmaster, then the keyboard, then the mouse, and so forth. All that going on. Get a couple notches of flaps in here, and we'll just kind of hope for the best. I'm hoping we'll be able to get out of here in time. It'll be close. Love the tracks we're leaving in the dirt. You would be correct, Dustin. It sure is. I'm gonna be outside for a little bit here just to make sure I'm not clipping the wing on a tree here. Woo! We made it. It's always an adventure trying to keep this thing straight down the runway. Gonna head up north to Anchorage, see what's going on there a little bit. Because again, I'm not gonna do long live streams with Flight Sim anymore. It just doesn't seem like we're interested in those. So we're gonna just do some nice little short free flights here and there. And then hopefully later this week or next week we'll be diving into Sim Update 2's official release. Because we should be getting rather close to it at this point. Which is very exciting to see. These flaps as well. So I know this is the retrofitted version of it. We'll just kind of free fly it ourselves. No big deal. Oh, you know what? I know, hang on. I want to change the setting because I realized, because I've always complained about this, when you go into the toolbar, it always does an autopilot nonsense, and I hate that. And I know there's a way to turn it off. I forgot where it was, but it's somewhere. And we are absolutely turning that crap off. Turbulence. Crap, where was it now? You would think it'd be under that. Because there's nothing more annoying on the Xbox version than that. It has to be under assistances. AI auto trim, no. Oh, no, that's assisted control. No, crap, where is that? I'll have to look it up. Hang on, we'll just keep the flight going here and I'll just pay attention to it. How to turn off autopilot with toolbar on Xbox, Microsoft Flight Sim. Disable autopilot, first access the toolbar by pressing left stick, then navigate to the AI pilot section. Oh, that's for 20 before. No. I'm not talking about the co-pilot. Is there no way to turn it off? I thought there was. Apparently not. Well, that's annoying. Because that's the dumbest thing ever. Especially with the plane doing what you want it to do, I don't want it to do the auto flight. Because all it ever does is make the plane not do anything that you're wanting it to. It's the most annoying thing ever. Hey, Spitty the pilot, welcome. So no Airbus on Simupate 2. Oh, Simupate. I was like, what am I reading right now? I don't know what that even means. I mean, just because it's not in the beta, there's other stuff that's going to come out when it fully releases. Because this isn't the full Sim update still. Hey, FMJ, hello. Nonsense crap on the tool. I don't know what it is. It's the dumbest thing. Oh my goodness. It wouldn't be an issue if my mouse would work. For whatever reason, it doesn't want to pop up on me. Oh! Yes! Oh, thank goodness. Get this Xbox controller. Excellent. Now I don't have to worry about it anymore because I won't play it. Oh, good. So it just takes a few, like, unplug and plug it in to get it to register for whatever reason. But yep, FMJ, love this plane. That was a great one to pick for our flight around Alaska. We're going to make our way towards Anchorage. suppose we should probably pay attention to where we're actually going. Because I haven't even looked. We're going the wrong. I think we need to go right. Oh no, actually we're doing pretty good. We'll just keep heading this way. That way the flight doesn't last for too long here. With showcase camera then. Your mic is a bit low. Well, thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. Very much so. Should be better now, hopefully. Oh, why is the mouse over here? Let me double check that really quick, make sure it's all good. Let's bring it down a little bit more and perfect. Well, again, thank you, Cabape, for letting me know. I appreciate it. Because normally that always goes till about like an hour in, and then all of a sudden somebody says something. But yeah, that was nice. Very much appreciate it. Pop in here really quick. Yeah, it's always odd to me when a plane has a full interior and then you still can't open the doors. I mean, I can see why, because you wouldn't really be able to walk through here with how the seats are, because the aisles are pretty tight. But look at that view out the window. Ooh, that looks awesome. I need you to quit banking to the left here, okay? Trim for that. I don't. There's so many levers in this aircraft. It's crazy. But it's all good. I'm not really too worried about that. We got it under control. The tail, you know, Cowtown looks really cool. I'm assuming it's not supposed to have the sea kind of blocked out like that, but I kind of like the, almost looks used instead of being perfect back there. I'm sure it's a graphical error, but it works. Am I gonna fly the A320neo today? Nope. I'm flying the DC-3 today. As I've said in the past, airliners don't really interest me that much. I think they're very boring, especially the newer age airliners, which is why I don't plan on buying the PMDG 777 whatever or any of that. I have no interest in it. Should probably get our lights on as well here. We should still be heading in the well, we're kind of to the left a bit, but that's okay. Feel like we're making some good progress. Get a little up-close look of our instrument panel here. Climbing a bit too much here. Bring that nose down on the trim. Yeah, I'd like to figure out, because I know it's the retrofull. I think I picked it. I might have not picked it. And we've got the heading compass, which is nice, but desired heading. Well, I would like a I'm out of my league on this type of instrument panel for sure. Did you say no half peanut on this flight? Yeah, pretty much. We got nobody back here, just doing a little joy flight out here. Oklahoma City factory. I bet that factory doesn't even exist anymore. Because anything older than like 10 years here in the U.S. always is deemed too old and needs to be destroyed, apparently. Can hardly have anything cool looking. Pretty cool seeing those snow-packed mountain peaks over there. Still just awesome to see how much of an improvement Sim Update 2 has brought to the Xbox side of the sim. Just so much better. So I'm just trying to... Is that how you activate the bandages? Oh no, that's just never... That's... Oh, we got the wipers? Nice. Love it. Classic is not so bad. We get enough of the neos. Well, yeah, everybody that always has to put in real pilot in the titles, or it's so real, and all that kind of stuff. They can have all the airliner stuff. Just zero interest in it, because once you fly one, to me it's similar pretty much with everything else. Now, if we can get some older airliners, I'd fly those, of course, but the new stuff, just absolutely boring. This is like a nice little airport here. What's this one? Kenai Municipal. Maybe we'll end up going there. Do something a bit different, because I've definitely never been. I mean, we've hardly flown in Alaska, so. A nice FMJ. Glad you're enjoying your F-22. Very nice. But yeah, and then once we see what we feel like once we're here, we can decide if we're going to continue up to Anchorage or if we'll just kind of wrap it up at Papa Alpha Echo November. I just think this era of aviation looks so much cooler than what we have now. That's why I'm glad I was able to experience flying in the Ford Trimotor. It came to Pueblo, I think a couple of years ago now already. Time's been flying by, but it was so cool experiencing an aircraft like that for the first time and actually flying in it. It was just awesome. I'm not going to open the window, I know that. One nice little view here. Because, as I've been saying, it's just airliners today are basically what the automotive industry is, where everything is practically identical. The only reason you know a difference is because of a subtle thing with the nose or the windshield, stuff like that. Everything else, like, oh, it's a twin engine, boring, blah. It's just, can't get into it. Keep door closed when running engine. Why? It'd be right next to the prop. It would be lovely. But yep, I'm glad the DC-3 is still flying around, because isn't that one, I forgot what, I think they're Buffalo or something over in Canada. Don't they have a DC-3 too or something? Or used to have one? I forgot. I mean, I never watched that show or anything, but I've always seen just random clips of it. Because I'd rather see a cockpit like this over a glass cockpit. 3 screens and then that's it. It's cool to fly those from time to time, but nothing beats this. It just looks so much cooler. there's somebody over here. I see a name. Put the nose down a bit here. Try to get this thing level again. And Araya, have you flown into Tokyo International at sunset? I think we've done some stuff around Japan, for sure. We know that. Why are we nosedive? There we go. Should be good there, I think. I still want them to improve the camera on the Xbox version of it, because I don't know why it's so not smooth. I mean, the camera's smooth, that's not what I'm talking about. Just like the control, like hitting the triggers on PC, when you just put a little bit of input in there, it already moves the camera up and down, but on Xbox you have to fully press it in order for it to move, which is pretty odd. But anyways. Just like when American Airlines got rid of the, just really no paint on the aircraft. And now they have a boring livery too. And I don't know, I don't like the new Korean Air livery either. I like the older one. The whole modern look for, logos and liveries and stuff like that just sucks. Medium cargo in South Korea and PC-12 is perfect. Nice. Every time there's a new beta build, even though it's never listed in the changelog, I always try to make sure I look to see if the PC-12's been fixed with its the whole pressurization thing. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't been fixed yet. It's supposed to still be for Sim Update 2, so we might not see it until the public release. But yeah, still has an issue with it. Because you would think they would just be able to do like a hot fix for it, just disabling the functionality of pressurization anyways, because the PC-12 is the only aircraft you have to worry about it anyways. So it's just hopefully something that can get fixed, because it'd be nice not dealing with that anymore. At some point. Because it is a fun plane to fly, don't get me wrong. Bring our power back just a little bit here, that way we get a nice descent going. It's always funny going into these older aircraft too, and it's just miles per hour as opposed to knots. Always cool seeing that. And Araya, when you're in the plane list, when you select the plane you want, just, it'll have the check mark, you're still in the plane list, you'll hit X from there, and then that's where you can configure it. But I can show it to you anyways when we're done with this flight. I mean, it's just It looks so cool. I love it. I love all the details they put into the engines as well. So is the airport around here, or is it over by that name? I'm pretty sure that's Anchorage where we're seeing that name. Yeah, okay. So we'll definitely descend here, because I want to do at least a touch and go here. Well, we're not even that far away from Anchorage then, really, so we can probably just continue. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just go to Anchorage. It seemed like it was further away than it actually was. Let's see what the rest of these quick views are. Oh, hello. Yes. Go the other way? Oh, there's a radio as well. I'm gonna mess with it too. Bring this back to 0. Oops. Because yeah, if I can make it to where it tries to stay steady here, that would be great, instead of always banking left. I'm alright with it banking to the right just a bit. Maybe a little too much now. We'll probably just bring it back to 0, honestly. We'll see. Banking that. Let me just see if this is actually going to change anything. Okay, this is giving us a pretty hard right turn now. Probably too much. Okay, I don't even want to do this. Just, oh, that's not what I... Nope, hang on. Sorry, plane. That was my bad. Hit the wrong button. Banking hard to the left here. Alright. Trim down. Just so it doesn't get too far to a left bank. Just gonna make it somewhat more manageable. Oh, Binky! Congratulations to Marcus, Kev, CW, Nova Scotian, and Lawrence for receiving 5 gifted memberships yet again from Binky. Thank you so much. My goodness, that's I think that's 35 of them now. Oh my. So again, thank you very much, Binky. Very, very kind of you. And Juicy Box. Oh, it's all good. We've only been going for 40 minutes. Not too long here. We're just heading to Anchorage. There's a bit of a flight left. You just missed out on the membership lottery by Binky. Oh man, that is just crazy. It is really awesome though. Thank you, thank you. Firehawk 4920 sitting over in Anchorage. So we're not too far away from that, which is great. And we'll probably just end up doing some touch and goes over in Anchorage as well. Because I mean, I've hardly flown this. We've flown it from time to time, but definitely not too frequently. Oh goodness, I was just trying to get back to the regular camera there. Try again next week. Alright, Cap. See you later. But one more time, thank you, Binky. Very much appreciate all the support you've given the channel. Very much so. And we are at almost 19,000 feet here. My goodness, we're at 18,600. We definitely climbed a bit on this flight, which is probably a good time to start our descent. And somehow I'm climbing. Goodness gracious, I brought the power back a little bit. I'll bring it back some more then. So tomorrow we're going to be diving into a new game, and then on Thursday we're going to be diving into Walkabout Mini Golf's latest course, and there will also be a new add-on for Flight Sim that I'm tempted to go buy, because it looks cool. So we'll probably fly that around on Thursday. It'll probably be a video that, well, I don't know, we'll see what I'm in the mood for by the time we get to that point, but yeah, so that's kind of the schedule for the next couple days. Because, yeah, we'll just see how it does, because so far the marketplace stuff hasn't really been too interesting to viewers, so I'll see what a brand new one is going to be like. I don't think it'll be supporting career mode, but it's an early version of the aircraft, so I'm not going to spoil it just yet, though. But just know, we're going to be flying something on Thursday. Alright, we are 70 nautical miles out. We're flying the H-145. Alright, so after all that time I said we're going to descend, we've gone down maybe 200 feet, so I'm going to... I keep going back to trying to level the thing out, I don't know why. I'm just too busy talking about everything else and forgetting what I'm trying to do here. And we got 68 nautical miles to go, so it's not like it's a rush to lose this altitude we have accumulated here. some more showcase shots here. Just need to trim this thing out to where we keep a decent descent going and not nose diving into the ground. Something like that should do the trick. I notice the plane moves around a bit when I'm moving through the menus. It's similar to the A330 that does that as well. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Doing anything with the menus is affecting the plane's movement in the sim, but... Oh, look at the reflection of the wing. Nice. I'm gonna fly one of these in real life. Add it to my collection of planes. I love tail draggers, but I just cannot master the thing, landing the things. It's just... If you go for like a Piper, not Piper Cub, just a Cub, a very small one that's very light, and just kind of mastering that, it'll help out, because the whole goal is to really just be as slow as possible just above the ground, so that way the plane lands on its two front wheels first, and then you can just slow down from that point, is kind of the trick with tail draggers. Sim Update 2 final release yet? Nope. We're just now getting into the release window, though, of late April, early May. So it should be this week or next week if everything's gone well, which I'm assuming it has, considering, you know, nothing major's been breaking between builds. The changelogs have been very light, the last 3 different builds, so we should be very, very close. Because YouTube recommended a video where, as usual, in typical social media fashion, has to be clickbait stuff. It was titled something like, "Where's Sim Update 2? What's taking so long?" First of all, we're just now getting into the release window, so I don't even know why they title a video that way other than just to get clicked. I mean, they've said since early March that, you know, late April, early May is the release window for Sim Update 2, so we're just now getting into it, and it should be around the corner for sure. And by the way, don't worry, I don't clickbait my titles here, unlike other channels out there. I just give you the news. I talk about the stuff that you're clicking the video on for. I don't fill my videos with a bunch of random cheapo products that nobody cares about or wants to buy, or talking about crap you didn't click on the video for, you know? But unfortunately, that's the status quo for most on social media these days. So I guess the Spitfire isn't the best learner. No, I definitely wouldn't start with that, to be completely honest with you. But no, getting into like an X-Cub and stuff like that is a great option. Those things are very resilient. I mean, they can kind of take a beating. If, you know, if it's not a smooth landing or anything like that, you can still recover. It can be a great learner plane for tail draggers. On Xbox Series X, I'm having communication issues with ATC. The window for communications is cropping the default replies. Let's see. Oh, hang on. No, I'm not going to do the stupid controller because then it goes into the autopilot nonsense that I don't like. Alright, let's see. Let's tune into Anchorage. Request flight following, even though I don't really want to hear them. But... I mean, if they talk too much, I'll just turn off the voices. It's kind of a test here.
Request flight following. CDWN 32 Papa, Charlie Romeo 1 Tree, Anchorage Center.
Sweet. Squawk 0712.
Squawk 0712, CTWN32 pop.
Because, I mean, if it's in career mode, there's just lingering issues, even on PC, where, I mean, if you hit the enter code, I'm assuming you're talking about this. Oh. Because this also happens on PC too, where you have to kind of hover over it and it pops in. This whole menu, I hate this menu. I've hated it since 2020. The ATC menu, I was really hoping was going to get upgraded in 24, but it still needs changes anyways. I've never been a fan of this UI for it. Especially when you're trying to contact an airport and you're going through a bunch of random stupid hospitals and helipads and all this other crap you don't care about when you're in a normal aircraft. But yeah, I mean, there's just some instances where in career mode, especially if you're trying to do like the quick reply with the left on D-pad or enter key, you have to hit it multiple times, or you have to open the communication window in order to acknowledge it, stuff like that. I mean, there's still a lot of improvements that need to be made with the ATC, for sure. The funny thing is, you can't resize the menu with a controller, but, hang on, the plane's gonna get all weird again because I'm going into this. But for whatever reason, with the controller, you can resize it. I don't know why that's the case, but it is, only with the controller. But yeah, so I mean, if it glitches out like that, I recommend trying to resize it with the controller, and that might help you out if hovering over the items doesn't pop up correctly. But yeah, I would love to see some redesign on the UI for these menus, because I've never been a fan of the communication ATC window.
Charlie Romeo 1 tree, have the traffic.
We have the traffic in sight. I have no idea where it was, because I wasn't even bothering looking for it. I didn't see any planes around us, honestly. I mean, I saw that one that took off. Oh, there's somebody else. There's actually quite a few people flying around in Alaska today. That's surprising. Oh, that one person left. They must have just landed. But there's Anchorage. We're getting there. Yeah, no problem, Greg. Hopefully that'll help you out. But yeah, for whatever reason, the cursor with Xbox is the only way to resize the ATC menu. You can't do it with a mouse cursor on Xbox or PC. Why that is, I have no idea. But yeah, hopefully that does help you out, for sure. Oh no, there they are. They were just hidden behind my barrier there in the 120 or 145, I think it said they were in. Mr. Firehawk. But yeah, so it seems like heavy cargo missions are going to be a thing that we kind of just test out when it fully releases, which I'm really surprised by. I'm hoping that it's very well, you know, not a buggy situation. Because if it ends up being that, I'll be very surprised that they didn't let people test it out in the beta program, but only time will tell, and we'll have to wait to see that. Bring back our power a bit more here, because we still have quite a bit of a descent to do here. Yay, A400 time. I don't know if that'll be part of it. It should be, to be fair, but I know right now the A400 is going to be used for the remote cargo operation mission type. Not sure when that's going to be. I'm hoping at this point, you know, for me, stability-wise and performance-wise, Sim Update 2 has been the best on both the PC and the Xbox Series X, so I'm hoping we can start allocating some time to get some new content going. New mission types, improve existing mission types and stuff like that. Because would definitely love to see that. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see like the C-17 A400 be able to be used for heavy cargo as well, even medium cargo. I mean, just having that type of stuff going on. and of course the Beluga, the A330, or is it the A340? Whatever. I think it's the 330. Either way, I know the A330 is going to be added to it. Not sure about the A400M right off the bat, but I'm sure down the road we'll see that. But my personal opinion, I think we're finally at a point where the sim has become so much more reliable and stable. I mean, if you look back at the old Xbox coverage specifically, I mean, the sim was crashing so many times, no matter what you were doing in career, in free flight, whatever. Just randomly happening so many times. And now we can actually do these long flights where I don't think I've even had, I think we've had one crash, or maybe two, the entirety of Sim Update 2's beta period. Which is really nice to see, because it was miserable playing on the Xbox side of things for sure. I am looking forward to the SR-71 though, from Blackbird. Blackbird Simulations, they're making an SR-71 and some other planes too, which will be really cool to have. But this is actually the SR-72 JH. I mean, we are going from Anchorage to Tokyo in about 20 minutes in this thing, so lightning speeds. But as I was saying, it's just, I feel like we're at a point where the sim is way more stable, so I'm hoping that we'll finally have more focus on getting new things into the sim, from improvements to career, new career missions, improvements to existing aircraft, getting aircraft that should be in career in that, you know, all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping will start coming down the pipeline. Isn't it J8? Oh, are they talking to me again? I haven't been listening to them. Acknowledge last transmission. Yeah. I'm in a DC3. I don't need to talk to you.
Charlie Romeo 1 tree.
Let me zoom out here. And not even just crashes, I mean, you know, visuals, the draw distance and everything. I mean, look how cool the mountains look on the Xbox version now. You can actually see details of trees way further, because, you know, we did that one flight with the 737. It was kind of at the beginning of SU2, where everything was looking horrible. The draw distance was like half a mile squared around you, and it wasn't good, and now look at it. Basically where the sim should have been from the start. But at least we're there, and it's not going to continue to be a mess. And then the same goes for PC. The performance has been very, very excellent. So if you've been waiting for SU2 and you haven't joined the beta or anything like that, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by the improvements that are coming your way. And then once SU2 does release, it probably won't be too long until we'll start diving into Sim Update 3, which is going to start bringing in downloadability functionality. To what extent, I'm not too sure just yet, but I'm sure you'll be able to download planes. I still think it would be kind of cool to do what Google Maps does for offline maps, where you can download a full square block of a region and have that just be there instead of streaming it. I think something like that for Flight Sim would be a very cool addition, because then if you're specifically flying in a few general areas, being able to just download that and not ever have to stream it because it's on your PC or Xbox specifically would be a great addition, especially for those that don't have rocket speed internet. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of functionality is going to be coming in Sim Update 3 for downloading things. And yeah, we'll just kind of see what happens. Because, you know, Sim Update 1 was cool. It was nice to see some improvements. But Sim Update 2, you notice a lot more improvements happening than what we had in SU1. Which is what makes it really nice to get into the sim now and not really worry about a lot of those weird things. Obviously, there's still improvements to be made, especially in career mode and stuff like that. You know, medium cargo missions, getting too small of airports. Even though there were some people that were arguing with me that, oh, it's by design. You know, they were agreeing with the developers, which I still don't believe that's the case. Something is legitimately wrong with it. They're like, oh, you're just picking the wrong plane. Oh, that's what real pilots do. They make sure that the airport's working. Oh, what does this have to do with it? It's a flight sim. It's giving a mission for the PC-20. Anyways, it was funny though. They were like, "Oh, you just use the PC-12. It'll take off." No, because it was too short of an airport for that too. It's just, I don't know why people were defending it. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense. I can understand wanting, you know, some challenging landings and so forth, but that's not challenging. That's just unrealistic. So I'm still hoping we'll see some improvements from that, because it just doesn't make any sense, especially since that and medevac missions are the only two ones in all of career that you run into that problem. Anywhere in the world you can pick airports from all the other mission types and not have to worry about that issue, except for medevac and medium cargo with the PC-24, and yes, even the PC-12, even though some people make it sound like the PC-12 can take off within 20 feet of rolling down a runway. So it's something that I'm hoping there was just a weird like they thought something else was wrong with it. I'm just hoping Asobo can run into that video and kind of see what's going on, because so many airports are less runway length for pretty much every aircraft except maybe tail draggers that could take off from it, or helicopters. Because yeah, once they said that was by design, I was like, I need to make a video talking about this instead of just kind of bringing it up randomly. Because it doesn't make any sense to have a runway for an aircraft that requires 3,500 feet of runway, and then it gives you a 2,500 foot runway. And it's like, oh, this is perfect. There you go. Have fun. Oh, man. Does anyone have the link to the page where the devs show all the bugs that are being treated? And at least they can put an option where you can select only international airports. What's happening? I mean, I don't think there's a really public list of things, because the feedback snapshot that they release is showcasing the top 120 items that people vote on in the forums. And, well, even the Sky Courier isn't going to be getting off at some of those airports that it gives missions to. But anyways, that's besides the fact. So yeah, the feedback snapshot is based off of the top 120 or so items that people vote on in the forums. But yeah, I don't think there's anything like publicly available as to what the full list that they're working on. Of course, until the changelog fully comes out, because during these beta periods, we're not seeing everything that is going to be fixed or improved when it fully releases here, probably this week or next. So once it fully releases, that's when you'll be able to see the full changelog of fixes, improvements, changes, and all of that good stuff, which I always completely go through whenever those updates do come out. This one's probably going to take over an hour to get through the entire changelog, because this is going to be the biggest update that a flight sim title has ever gotten. So it's gonna be a changelog to read through for sure. You just have to find that page. You go to MicrosoftFlightSimulator.com or FlightSimulator.com and go to the. Here, hang on. Just hold up. Just enjoy the view really quick. I'll just give it to you really quick. Hold the phone. But yeah, if you just go to FlightSimulator.com and then scroll down to news and development updates, the feedback snapshot is always going to be in the weekly development update, which I'll just put the link in the chat here. And then if you scroll down you'll get to like the development update, and then that's where you see the feedback snapshot. I always go through those every Thursday if something's changed, so it's been a couple weeks, but I went through the major stuff that's being fixed and worked on for SU2 and SU3, so you are welcome. No problem. The 5-hour missions in medium cargo are fairly brutal without using sim rate. Yeah, I mean, the only time I do those types of missions is I get the plane up into cruise altitude, set it to autopilot, and then I promptly leave the computer and just do whatever throughout the day and then come back and land it. That's kind of how I do that. I think it was funny when Sim Update 2's beta started, everybody was freaking out. They're like, they got rid of sim rate. It's like, I don't know why they think it was going to be gone forever. They're never going to get rid of it because they know how many people... I mean, they're going to lose players that way if they do get rid of it. Because yes, it does take a lot of time. Somebody might just be getting off of work, want to do a couple missions, and they don't want it. The other thing that they need to do too is do what passenger transport missions are already like. There's such a wide range of distances. You can have a 5-minute flight to a 40-minute flight to a 10-hour flight. I don't know why all the mission types aren't already like that, because that would help it out tremendously. It's like, oh, we need to do a little 30-minute medium cargo flight from this city to another major city to deliver whatever cargo. Medevac missions. Go from one major city to another one that's within an hour or less. You know, it would be nice to have that flexibility instead of it all being 2.5-hour flights or 5-hour flights, depending on the plane you're using, because there's really no reason for it. So I'm really hoping that's the type of stuff we'll start seeing get improved and changed up over the course of the next few updates, now that the base sim itself is finally at a point where it's performing well, it's way more stable and so forth, so that way more time can be allocated to new stuff, new changes, all that kind of, I think that'd be nice. I was searching in the forums, that's what got you. You can find it, it's between a bunch, but yeah, if you just go to the Flight Sim page, you'll always find, because every Thursday they release a new development update. And then whenever anything major is announced or changed in that feedback snapshot, that's when I make a video over it. But it hasn't really changed much in the last couple of weeks, so... But yeah, I mean, I love career mode. It's going to be very exciting to see where that mode goes to. Yeah, and I get that, Binky. I mean, I completely understand why people use sim rate and all that. But yeah, it just needs to be a thing. Because what I'm hoping to see eventually from career mode is a legitimate, like, company-run hub. Where you can actually do missions. Like, if I wanted Colorado Springs to be my main hub, I could run a bunch of different missions out of there, from medevac to cargo and all that stuff. It'd be cool to make it to where you're like, oh, I'm going to go up to Rapid City, South Dakota, grab some cargo there, bring it back to my hub. And stuff like that would be really cool, especially with passenger transport, having airliners. I'm really hoping that's stuff that they're planning on implementing into career mode, because that would take it to a whole new level. I would love that. Because don't get me wrong, I like the way it is now, but to have all those extra elements in running a company and having hubs where your missions are mainly out of, and you can have, all that kind of... there's a lot they can do with it, so it'll be very exciting to see what their future plans are for it. Because, they already have a bunch of mission types they plan on bringing in as well, so it's just... there's a lot they can do with this mode. Oh, stability is miles above what SU1 was, because I never liked playing the Xbox version of this sim until Sim Update 2's beta came out. Because before then, it was crashes left and right and so forth. PC, I didn't have... I mean, we had crashes, but I've never really had too many of them. I don't install third-party... Oh, crap. I'm sorry. Wait, why did that malfunction? I'm not even at full power anymore. Okay, it's the CL415 all over again. Great. But yeah, I wasn't even full power. I was at half this whole time. It's alright, we're by the airport. You know what? Can I just turn that off for now? Because I don't really feel like dealing with that at the moment. Oh, nor do I want to see that on the screen every time I move the throttle. Disable crash damage, disable aircraft. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, see, there we go. Perfect. Get that out of here. We're good now? It's still gonna pop up. Fantastic. Of course it is. I don't think we were... I don't know what actually happened, really. I wasn't full power. I wasn't going too crazy with the plane, so... Whatever. So... What is that? Are there two airports by each other? Oh, no. We're past it. I'm looking at this airport. No wonder. Yeah, I mean, honestly, payouts for me aren't that big of a deal either. It's just I want to have a fun experience in the career mode. And if I can have a decent payout for just doing 30-minute flights or something like that, I think that would still be great, you know? But anyways, before we were distracted by the random engine malfunction all of a sudden, which I'm hoping isn't going to mess up this flight, because that would be kind of annoying. I don't think I have the... Do I have the add fuel and repair button set still? I don't know, I should probably went for that other airport there. We should still be okay, we'll see. Not really sure why that happened anyways, but... It's just like the CL415, very finicky aircraft. Asoba watching? I hope they do. Because, you know, I try to give great feedback, you know? And of course, I've brought up, you know, errors and so forth. Especially the one with the virtual keyboard on the Xbox creating that error code every single time. I don't know if that's been fixed yet. But yeah, I mean, I try to give good feedback and things I'd like to see improved and so forth. I wasn't the type of person that's like, oh, this is all unplayable, I'm gonna go back to 2020, all that kind of crap. I just... Never once while playing 24 was I like, I'm gonna go back to 2020. Just absolutely loving the sim. Obviously it had its issues in the beginning, but with Sim Update 2, I mean, the performance, the visuals, just everything has been improved tremendously. Single engine landing challenge. We actually are doing pretty good. I'm gonna bring the power back a little bit though. We've got our one red dot. Let's get our second one. Get some flaps in, get our gears down. Oop, do that. Oh, gears come down a lot quicker than going up, which makes sense. I guess gravity probably helps. With that. Oh god, no full sim rig for me. I will never have that. I could never get myself to spend that much money on it. Nope, just the Thrustmaster HOTAS 1 is all I have for flight sim, and then an Xbox controller for helicopters and the camera stuff. We're a little low here, but I'm okay with that. I just want to get to the runway before we stall out. I bet Gun 6110 is a fighter jet in real life. Flying around Anchorage right now. By the way, air traffic in Career is fixed again as well if you're on the latest beta build. Oh, are we on the ground already? Oh, god dang, we're here already. I'm pretty happy with that landing. I didn't even realize we were that close. Nice. I'm just sitting here talking about air traffic in Career again. Well, I'm definitely happy with my first landing, and I don't know how long I've flown this aircraft, because it's been a while. Get this thing, get that tail gear on the ground so we can actually get some control here. And then what I like to do also to avoid prop strikes is I always I pull back on the stick, because in that way you have a bit more control. It keeps the tail on the ground. And there we go. Welcome to Anchorage, everybody. With our DC-3 that had engine malfunctions for whatever reason. I think our right engine's about to turn off here. That was a fun flight. I'm really glad I decided to pop in the DC-3. Such a cool plane. Yeah, the basic stuff that just works. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't need all the extra, like, real-life Airbus, Boeing cockpit nonsense. It's just, because the way I think about it is just like, man, all that stuff would be sitting on my desk, and then what am I going to do if I'm not playing flights? It's just, no. Which is why I'm never going to be reviewing anything peripheral-wise, like, oh, here's an awesome thing for force feedback. It's only $500 for that, and that doesn't even include the stick yet. You know, it's just stuff like, no. I'm sure it's cool and all that, but it's just, I have no interest in doing any of it. As long as I have some basic fun controls to fly these aircraft, it is all I need. And especially since it isn't hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. Oh, and there goes our engines. Look at that. It's perfect. We made it. I'm very happy with that flight. That was a great one. Really cool seeing the mountains, seeing how the Xbox handles the scenery now. I mean, what a difference one update makes from what we were experiencing before. And Jermaine, no, the AI Copilot is not here just yet. You do have AI ATC control in free flight. But the AI Copilot is in the works, though. No time frame on when it'll be available, though. Man, I still can't get over that landing. I'm like, oh, we're on the ground. Very cool. So there we go, everybody. Another fantastic stream on the Xbox Series X version of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 in the lovely DC-3. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this flight. A little over an hour and 20 minutes. Nothing too crazy on that. But yeah, this was a blast. And now I'll go check out the sights of Anchorage. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And again, thank you very much to Binky for another 5 gifted memberships. Absolutely incredible. And thank you to everybody else for stopping by as well and chatting with me. And I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.